When we watch archival footage of legendary martial artists, it is easy to assume they possessed physical traits the rest of us simply lack. The stories sound like modern folklore. Bruce Lee generating the force of a car crash from a single inch away, Mas Oyama fighting live bulls and enduring 100 consecutive full-contact sparring matches over just a few days. Over the decades, some of these stories grew bloated. Footage later revealed Oyama was often wrestling juvenile bulls, some with pre-sawn horns, trying to draw a crowd in the gritty streets of post-war Japan. That embellishment has led plenty of modern observers to write off these historical masters entirely. But peeling back the exaggeration reveals something much more interesting. These abilities are entirely real. They are the result of an extreme, highly targeted mastery of human physiology. To see how a human body becomes a weapon, we have to look past the mysticism and break down a single strike, analyzing the exact chronologically ordered split second it takes to deliver it. No human being can react instantly. Our nervous system imposes a strict biological speed limit. For the average person, the time between seeing a threat and muscles beginning to move is locked at about 200 milliseconds. Grandmasters appear to break this rule, but they are actually playing a different game. Instead of reacting to a punch in motion, they anticipate it by reading visual cues, the shift of a shoulder, the turn of a hip, starting their defense before the attack even launches. Most people carry myofascial trigger points, tight knots in their muscle tissue. These knots inhibit electrical signals, delaying muscle contraction by up to 100 milliseconds. Hard-style training, like striking rocks, breaks down these trigger points, clearing mechanical blockages so nerve signals meet zero resistance. This speed is the result of combining early visual recognition with a body that has physically eliminated its own internal delays. Then comes the exact millisecond the brain decides to launch its own strike. This is where physical preparation gives way to a highly specialized psychological condition. Psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi identified this condition as flow. It is a state of complete immersion where your conscious awareness and your physical actions merge into a single, seamless process. Through a mechanism called transient hypofrontality, the prefrontal cortex, your inner critic, temporarily powers down, freeing up processing power for motor and sensory regions. As it goes quiet, a neurochemical flood of dopamine and norepinephrine saturates the neural network, locking the nervous system into hyperfocus. Because years of drilling have built dense connections of white matter in the cerebellum, the brain's coordination center, the body already knows exactly what to do. The movement executes flawlessly without conscious thought. In this split second, the master bypasses the conscious mind. By quieting the frontal lobe, they eliminate self-doubt and fear, relying entirely on the cerebellum. Once that signal reaches the body, we see the physical mechanics of the strike unfold, like Bruce Lee's famous one-inch punch. It starts at the floor. A rapid knee extension drives force upward into an explosive twist of the hips, violently lurching the thrusting shoulder forward. This creates a kinetic chain, compounding the energy at each joint. The final release happens as the elbow extends, and the wrist performs a tiny, precise flick, just a fraction of a second before making impact. The devastating power of a short-range strike doesn't come from massive biceps. It comes from taking the mechanical force of the entire human body and compressing it into the absolute minimum window of time. Watch the strike at full speed, and the seams disappear. The anticipation, the neurochemical shift, and the biomechanics all integrate perfectly. When Mas Oyama named his karate style Kyokushin, it translated to the ultimate truth. While his legends were embellished, the biological truth underneath them holds up to scrutiny. These extreme abilities are the product of relentless, systematic discipline that exploits neuroplasticity to rewire the brain and muscles. Decades of training physically strengthen the white matter in the cerebellum, creating denser, more complex cell connections to synchronize movement. They train themselves to summon the flow state and achieve maximum physical synchronization on demand. You don't need to fight 100 men or break boards to access this biology. That same state of flow triggers naturally whenever you find the exact balance between a highly challenging task and a high level of skill to meet it. By putting in the repetitions, quieting the inner critic, and aligning your mind with your body, any professional, athlete, or artist can tap into their own peak performance.